Hey everybody, how you doing out there? So yesterday, I'm hanging out at the pool, shooting the breeze with some neighbors, and we got on the subject of switches. And I have a mystery switch right here that I could not figure out where it goes to. So usually if you have a switch that doesn't turn anything on or off, it'll be attached to an outlet. So you might have an end table lamp. Normally they're going to be identified by a little red screw. Let me show you. Like this one here in the bedroom. See that red screw right there controls those outlets for my two lamps on the end tables, right? But I have this switch here, and this is the hallway by the laundry room, by the way. I have this switch right here which controls nothing, where I couldn't figure out where it went. I checked different outlets and whatnot. So my neighbor Tom, shout out Tommy C, pointed out that this probably controls the overhead outlets above my kitchen cabinets. So if you wanted to put in indirect lighting, you could plug them in up here and boom. I went to Lowe's and I picked up a couple boxes of these guys right there. So I'm going to put in some lighting above my cabinets today and we're going to see how it works. So I have cabinets on this side and cabinets on this side. There's one outlet up on this side, on the long side. On that side, I have two outlets. One is always hot, it's always on, and that's for Wi-Fi. There's an outlet next to it that should be connected to that switch. So hopefully this will work. When I hit that switch, I'll have nice indirect lighting shooting up from above my cabinets. So I'm going to install these lights today, and we're going to see if this works. Fingers crossed. So before I begin, I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So that's the plug for my Wi-Fi, and that's the plug that should be wired to that switch. So I'm going to put in a section of lighting here. This strip is going to be about 5 feet. And then on this side, I'm going to have, there's the outlet, by the way, for the other side. So I'm going to need about 13 feet there. So it actually came to 16 feet, which is the whole length of that particular strip. So I didn't even have to cut on the long side. The short side I did have to cut, obviously, because it's only 5 feet. You just don't randomly cut anywhere. It has to be in one of these sections right in the middle of that, if you can see right there. And there's a few of them as you work your way down the strip. So should work for you. And the other thing is you can cut here, and they sell extenders. So you can split, you can do whatever, different modifications to it. But that's a whole different thing, and I'm not doing that here. I don't need to. But the only thing I did have to do was cut on the short side, the 5 foot section there, that thing there. On this side I didn't have to. It actually ended up being closer to 16 feet, not 13 feet. So I just wanted to clarify that. I'm going to drill in to the side of the cabinets to get those wires in, because I don't want to see them on this edge and this edge. And when you're on the ground level, you can see that top lip. So I'm going to come in through here, then up, across, in again, up, across, and so on, all the way to that outlet. All right, so before I go installing these, I want to go ahead and check them, make sure that that switch, in fact, does power those two outlets. So let's head up here. And you could plug in a lamp or something before you even buy any of this stuff, just to verify. So there you can see it's off. Let's walk over to here. I don't know if you could tell there, but see that light? It came on. So that's definitely working. Okay, on that side, I just draped it over just so I could see if the light's coming on or not. So let's check. There it's off, and there it's on. So now I know that that switch, for sure, controls both overhead cabinet outlets. Again, except it does not control the Wi-Fi outlet, which is closer to the corner. That one's always hot. All right, let's get these lights installed and see how it looks. So I'm laying these out right now just so I can see how the light's going to hit the wall. So this is obviously just casually laid in here. It's not, you know, taped down or anything like that, and I got to go a little bit further that way. But what I'm checking here is if you get close to the wall, you get kind of a different effect. If you come out from the wall, it washes out a little nicer. If you come out all the way, it'll be, you know, very soft. But I'm going to be somewhere here in the middle, and we'll see what that looks like. And it's not nighttime yet, it's still daylight out there, but you can see it's going to look pretty good. So I'm about halfway the width of the cabinet here, and I think that's a good spot. Now what I'm going to have to do when I get to this corner here, you know, I would have a problem because you would see the light coming up over the ledge when you're standing out on the floor. I'm going to drill a hole here. It's going to come up here somewhere, across. Then I'm going to drill another hole here. It'll run inside the cabinet, up through the top and across, and then back down and out that way. That side over there is going to be super easy. It's just a straight strip. I'm not really having to drill any holes or anything. So that one will be easy. This side's a little tricky. All right, let's get to it. Okay, there you have it. I have them installed. And I'll turn the main lights out here in a little bit. The sun's starting to go down, so we get a better idea what this looks like. Let me show you how I got it through the cabinet there. So I ran it into the cabinet, then back out. Let me show you on the inside here. See right there. And then I did the same here. It comes in, and I put black tape to black out, you know, darken the little lights so that the inside of the drawer wouldn't light up, because then you'd see it around the seam. Comes up top, and then from here it goes there, and I came to the front end of this cabinet here so it'll hide behind this little strip of wood when you're standing on the ground. Then electric tape to darken the lights, because I don't want just the top shelf lit up. I know it might look cool if this was all lit up, but in this case it would only be the top shelf, and that would look kind of weird. So I blacked out the lights, and they come out on top. You can see I just have it resting. I'll tape that down so it's flat. And basically the same over here, and that's where it ends. That side is real easy to do. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what this black tape is for, that's Gorilla Tape. Because I tried to help my balance, I accidentally grabbed on the crown molding, so I have to have that repaired now. You can't really notice it from the ground that much, but that's an easy fix. I got to get a pro in here to do that. But anyway, it's not a big deal. All right, here you go. Project is done. Of course, I'm gonna want to probably do under the counter as well, but I'm really happy with this right now. So in the evening, you know, I have a little bit of light in the kitchen, but I don't have it all lit up, you know, getting glare on the TV, that kind of thing. So this works really good, looks really nice. And now I'm using this switch. Oh, perfect. And I can control the light, the colors. It'll even play with music. So I'm going to download the app and see what that looks like. So here I downloaded the app, and you'll be able to download this app from the instructions in the box. It's a very easy app to use. I've already set up the lights in here and created a group for my kitchen so I can control both sides in one setting. And there's all kinds of settings in here. You can customize the brightness, color tones, all kinds of hues and colors. Have this play along with music. Just be careful because you do get a warning here that if you're prone to seizures, you might not want to play with, because it can give a bit of a strobe thing, especially with the music part of it. So yeah, that's kind of fun. When the grandkids are visiting, I'm sure they're gonna want to change the color of your kitchen. So there you go. Or if you're having a fun party, whatever. Real easy app to use. So you can control these lights with the switch, or you can actually just control them with the app. You can even schedule times where they'll come on and go off. You can even set it to go on and off with sunrise and sunset, so that's kind of cool. You know, be careful if you're going to do this. You might want to hire a professional to do this. As you can see, I drilled one too many holes. I, snapped off the crown molding. So there's a couple of things there to consider. It's probably not that expensive to have someone install these for you. But if you're handy, it wasn't that difficult. Just be careful. Hey, thanks for watching. Take care of each other out there, people. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.